afternoon, guys. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Ryan. This is Auto Detour, and right now we're headed to the gas station to get some 93 octane in Grandpa truck. Now, we're doing that for a couple of reasons. One, I just got back from a long road trip, and a lot of you guys were curious about what fuel economy is like now that I have big 60-pound injectors and a turbo. So we'll get a good idea of kind of what a little bit of city driving at the beginning of the tank, and then some 70 to 75 mile an hour highway cruising does as far as fuel economy. Another reason I want to fill up with gas is we're going to be doing some 0 to 60 testing today with the V-Box. So since we are just slightly below a quarter tank of gas, I don't feel comfortable doing heavy pulls with being low on gas, because the F150 has a long, skinny gas tank, and the fuel sending unit is right in the center of the tank. So if we do some heavy pulls and all the gas sloshes to the back of the tank, we run the risk of running the pump dry, going lean, and then potentially hurting the motor. So should be a really fun video today. I appreciate you guys watching, and I appreciate your patience while I've been sick for pretty much the whole month of January. So I apologize for the lack of uploads. We're just pulling up to the gas station, so let's jump right into today's video. $93, please. All right, so while that guy's filling up, for those of you that are new to the channel, let's do a brief rundown on what's been done to the truck. I'll pop the hood here for you. So if you are new, I would like to introduce you to Grandpa truck. It is a 5.4 liter XLT F150. I am going for the sleeper look, hence the stock 16-inch wheels, stock ride height, even the stock running boards. But under the hood, we have a 76 millimeter turbo running to basically an open downpipe at this point. I do have some parts coming to finish the exhaust here pretty soon, so be sure to stay tuned for that. I did run a turbo kit for a 4.6 liter and modified it to fit the 5.4. So when we dyno tuned it at 407 to the wheels at 8.8 psi, and that's kind of where we stopped. Just kind of save the stock internals and the stock transmission. Now it's capable of a lot more, but we're just gonna run it like this for a while, have some fun with it before we either build another motor or we rebuild this one to handle more boost. So that's the brief rundown. 60-pound injectors, 76 millimeter turbo, Walbro 340 in the fuel tank. And if you missed the build series, I did a full build series on that. Be sure to check it out in past videos. All right, so it looks like the fuel pump, or the gas pump, just finished up. 18.287 gallons. So let's check out the trip here. I have 234.2. Do some quick math here. So we have 234.2 divided by 18.287. So 12.8. Not too bad considering we have 60-pound injectors running a big turbo that obviously sucks a lot of fuel once you get into boost. But with that being said, we also are running open loop on the tune now, so we're not using the primary O2 sensors. I have one on the passenger side I need to move from the downpipe into the header, so that there's one on the header on each side, so that we can then run closed loop, and that may improve fuel economy. We'll just have to find out. So there you have your answer. I'll update you as far as fuel economy once we make those changes to the tune and the system. But now that we got a full tank of gas, obviously that adds more weight, unfortunately, but let's go out there and do some runs and see what kind of 0 to 60 times we can put down. We'll see what we can do in two-wheel drive if we can get traction. Maybe you can look forward to some four-wheel drive launches today. So let's head out there. All right, so on the way out there, we got to do a couple test pulls, make sure the boost controller is set right, because obviously as the temperature changes outside, obviously as the temperature changes outside, we have to adjust the duty cycle on the boost controller so that we don't over boost. So there we just hit 8.3. That's pretty good, especially for first gear. Once we get up into second, we'll probably boost a little higher than that. So I'm going to leave the boost controller where it's at for now. If we need to adjust it from there, we can. And I forgot to mention, it is 34 degrees out right now, so I'm thinking we probably are still going to have traction issues in second gear. I'll try to pedal it as best as I can. The reason I'm trying in second gear instead of just going straight to four-wheel drive is obviously there's a lot more drivetrain loss in four-wheel drive. So if we can get traction in second, I'm thinking it'll be a faster 0 to 60 time. But then again, four-wheel drive, we could do more of a boosted launch. So it'll just be fun to find out. All right, so we're just getting out here to where we're gonna do our test runs. Just a quick recap, we did test 0 to 60 on this exact truck when it was stock, and I think the best we were able to do was 9.2 or 9.3 seconds 0 to 60, so definitely not quick, but that'll be a nice reference point for us to go off of for today's pulls. Here's test number 1, 33 degrees out, full tank of gas, 12% on the duty cycle for the wastegate, no brake boosting. 3, 2, 1. Well, that was 70. Okay, what do we get here? 5.5 seconds. Holy smokes. Let's see what max boost was there. We peaked at 9 psi, which is perfect. Keeps us under our 9.1 psi boost cut. All right, so we didn't get really any tire spin there, so let's do one more try with a little bit of brake boosting here. 3, 2, 1. Was 5.4 seconds. Still no tire spin, so the extra temperature outside is helping a lot, and probably the extra weight from the gas. That is quick. That's the same speed as my S8, which is impressive. Oh my gosh. Oh, 5.4 seconds. We'll try one more in two-wheel drive, and then we'll give it a go in 4, see what that does for us. We're not getting any wheel spin in two-wheel drive, which is kind of surprising. So we're gonna try it one last time here in two-wheel drive. Give it a little brake boost this time, a little more brake boost this time. Okay, jeez. 5.3. It's getting a little faster. I cannot believe that this big old truck is doing 0 to 60 in 5.3 right now. So let's swap it into four-wheel drive here. Okay, brake boosting, four-wheel drive launch. Can't read it. 5.1. Holy crap. Am I reading that right? Oh my gosh. I was reading it right. I thought it said 6.1 for a second, but 5.1 seconds. Holy smokes. I think we gotta try it again. It would be insane to get this thing under a 5-second 0 to 60. I think we should give it another rip. All right, last one. Nice and level ground. Brake boosted, 4-wheel drive launch. Oh my goodness, what did we get? 5.5 that time. Okay, well, we're gonna call it a win at 5.1 seconds 0 to 60 today. Pop it back in 2-wheel drive here. Holy smokes. Gramps. Oh geez. And I'll remind you, this is a completely stock 5.4 liter 4-wheel drive, so we're running through a transfer case. Wow. Let's see, what are the other specs? 355 gears, stock 355 gears in the back. Stock limited slip. But wow, so much faster than I was expecting. I was expecting maybe upper 5s, but 5.1 is just crazy. So, boy, it's so tempting, but you don't want to do it. Being a turbo setup, we could obviously turn the boost up and get into the 4s real easy. But I just finished the trucks, and I mean, it'd be suck to blow it up now. But anyway, got exhaust coming. I think you guys are going to really like what we're going to be doing with the exhaust. I am so happy with the tune and the build, and I feel like I'm just rambling now. So I'll see you guys back at the garage. All right, guys, well, there you have it. There are the 0 to 60 times for Gramps. He did much better than I expected. We shaved over 4 seconds off of the stock 0 to 60 time. We did 0 to 60 in 5.1 at exactly 9.0 PSI. So Gramps is running so good. I hope you guys are enjoying the Grandpa truck build videos. I am so excited to see where else this build takes us. Obviously, now that we've hit 5.1, we got to figure out how to get into the 4s. So that should be a lot of fun and confuse a lot of people seeing a truck like that go that fast. So be sure you stay tuned. We're going to be wrapping up the exhaust here pretty soon. If you notice, we still have the stock muffler in there, so it still looks pretty stock. We're gonna do some stuff with this downpipe. It actually rubs on this tire a little bit, so we gotta fix that up. Be sure to check out those Make 10th Gens Great Again t-shirts. You can check them out down below the video there. I feel like my adrenaline is just pumping right now. So awesome to see this project coming along, and Gramps is just Gramps is just so much better than I thought he was gonna be. I hope you guys are enjoying these videos. I'm enjoying making them. I'm glad to be back making them after being sick for almost all of January. So be sure to like this video, subscribe if you haven't already. We're on our quest to 20,000 subscribers now. Thank you guys so much for all your support so far. I'll see you guys in the next video.